What is up? It's a special episode of Ty Tunes. I'm bringing it back. I got the homie Trace in here. It is his birthday. So like 2 Chainz said, it's my birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. All right. Got to give a shout out to him. Bringing him on for his maiden voyage of the Ty Tunes Show. Welcome aboard.
Appreciate it.
He's a mess right now. It's all good though, because we got a little bit of music to talk about, and then of course just to see what you're listening to these days. For the most part, we are on the same musical wavelength. We've talked about Felt. We've talked about Frank Moody.
Throwback.
So that's pretty
sick. I like Frank Moody a lot. That was a great find.
Oh, right? That was solid.
I mean, if no one's heard about Frank Moody, I feel bad now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I talked about Frank Moody, I think last week, maybe?
Yeah, no, I think it's been like a week and a half. Yeah, I know. You also have baby face now.
Dude, it looks so bad. It makes my face look like 10 times fatter, but whatever. Jack 3 said I look like Miami Vice with my shark shirt, but it's Shark Week. Whatever, dude.
Is it Shark Week?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
It's coming up at least, if
should
not.
Put together an agenda if we knew that Shark Week was coming up.
I should put some like shark graphics to go by the screen.
You should, and a guy with a shaved face, or what you look like without your shaved face.
It's not good, dude. even Dana doesn't dig it. But anyways, just a little bit of music news. We've got new Mac Miller coming out. Now everything going on with him and Ariana Grande and his DUI, all of that's happening. But his return to music, and I think I mentioned this to you earlier, he goes by a pseudonym Larry Fisherman.
That's right.
Where he, so check it out. It's really sick because Mac Miller, the rapper, is he's pretty introspective, but he has like those drug stream of consciousness. Mm-hmm. He's not like I know that you have your own particular opinion of him, but he's not like one of those guys that goes out and like flaunts a bunch of cash. He does have a lot of insightful lyrics, and he has gone through quite a bit. He's been up and down. He was pretty famous when he was younger, and like we talked about, you get that money and you get that clout and that personality and that respect, and you pretty much are just able to go and do whatever you want with it. So he's kind of had an up and down career, but his return to music with Swimming, I think it's probably only going to be like 7 tracks. Comes out on August 3rd, so next Friday. The few songs that he has released so far have been all very moody, not Frank Moody, but moody in a sense of like
the stuff that you usually hear from Logic. It's usually message based. I actually really liked his last album the most out of anything I've ever heard from him.
Oh, the God is Beautiful or whatever, or the one before that.
I know. Is it Tarantino? I thought Tarantino.
Oh, you're talking about Logic.
Yeah, Logic.
Bobby Tarantino 2.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just a huge Rick and Morty fan, so I think that probably had a lot to do. I think they won me over with that.
Yeah. He showed up in that show, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
at the very end of one of the episodes.
And I need to finish that season. Yeah, he came in with a cameo in that season. So if you haven't seen that yet,
I think I saw that episode. I'm not the biggest Rick and Morty fan. I know my buddy Cameron is, so he'll probably slaughter me for that one.
Make fun of you.
Give you props. But Logic, I used to be a pretty big fan, and then to me, he kind of sold out, and this is going to sound terrible because he had that 1-800, that suicide prevention song.
Yeah.
It just didn't hook me, and I felt like he could be a lot cooler, I guess. I'm probably going to get killed, but
you should probably get shit for that
I wasn't impressed. It was very big, but I wasn't impressed. Basically, I liked his young Sinatra, his Pressure album, and then The Incredible True Story, which I've actually gone back and listened to. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, Logic, not the biggest fan I used to be, but
understandable. I guess to be honest, this is like the only album that I've really treated like I've actually listened to the whole thing.
So you should go listen to The Incredible True Story. It's the one where he's like a spaceman or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
It has some pretty funny skits. And then I think Everybody was the one after. So Incredible True Story.
One. Everybody is probably his most mainstream.
Exactly. So Everybody had that song on it, and it was like 24 tracks. It was really, really long.
Yes. I don't even know how you have that much time.
Like most albums these days, like Drake's album was super long. The Migos album was really long, and a lot of people are saying, like in the industry, are saying Oh, they're literally just putting out albums with like a ton of music,
Yeah.
so they chart on the billboards
Yeah, well,
and the
that's
Hot
what Future
100.
does. That's what Future
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
In my opinion,
exactly.
I see if my friend sees this, he's gonna hate me for it because
Well,
I
we'll censor.
yeah, we'll censor the fact that I think Future, and people love him, but I don't know. I've never really been that impressed by him. That's just
I saw Future in concert, and
I'm sure it's fun,
he's
right?
sure
I'm
sure
it's
is a
fun,
showman.
yeah,
It was
okay.
cool, and his
Right.
DJ ran around with this oversized head.
Yeah.
It was really funny, and he was up on stage like dancing and going crazy.
Yeah.
I saw him with Daniel Murray,
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah.
And-
Shout out
and
to
Vinny-
Daniel Murray.
and yeah, shout out to Tunsis, hey Tunsis. Vinny, damn it, I can't remember his last name, but he's like his best friend.
Oh, that's a good question. Damn it.
I think he played football with him. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about though.
Mhm.
So I think Future's all right. Honestly, I used to work with a guy here named Scott. Shout outs to Scott, and he kind of turned me on to Future. He showed me Dirty Sprite 2, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, this guy's crazy. Like his melodies, and he cops the melodies of like London Bridge is falling down," which I thought was really funny. But if you listen to a lot of artists these days,
Yeah.
it's all about the melody and it's all about the beat because they're really not saying that much. They're not saying anything really unique. Which
Yeah.
is why I enjoy people like Logic before and Mac because he's talking
Mhm.
about life experiences. He's gone through like the issues with DUIs
Yeah.
and arrests and the breakup with Ariana Grande. So
Yeah.
he's kind of going through that soulful like reinvention of himself as a person. Whereas like the Migos and Cardi B and all these fools are just out there screaming and flashing cash and chains.
We're on the side of, like you said, you're flashing around the money and everything like that. But like I feel like that's such a common platitude. Like
It definitely
we're like,
is.
We're
I
like
mean,
the
rap-
com- we're like the
rap has
common-
been built
we're like
on
the
that.
common hipster in that way, like saying that because people get so upset about that people are like. There's like now it's like half and half people that just call everything that isn't hip hop from Nas and Notorious and I mean the list goes on. You go Bones of Harmony, all those all that old guard, everything else
The old heads. Yeah.
gets called to be mumble rap if it's not inside of that. And like
It's like night and day. So you've got the old heads who stand by
Yeah.
that 90s boom bap,
Yeah.
and then you've got the new school where it's like, oh, you don't like this?
Mhm.
You're old, man. You just don't get it.
Yeah.
You're a hater or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like no. People can exist in all kinds of areas.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoyed some of that music. Like I saw Migos. I saw Migos at that same show with
Yeah.
Future, and I had a ball, dude.
I mean,
But
still,
it's
fun
just
live.
like
It's not something you can
ignorant.
sit back and
Exactly.
actually enjoy it. That's how I see it. I don't know how you actually just sit there and just listen to that music for 2 hours.
It would be a chore for sure.
It'd be excruciating.
It would be something. It would be something
Can't
where
lie.
you just put it on and you're like hitting emails, dude. You're just bouncing out. Like you've seen me kind of popping over the.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think we can wrap it up. Anything else you want to say to the legion of fans out there?
I don't really have anything. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of techno lately.
That's
And
good.
like a lot of there's some good rock, but I would say that if you were to go to a show, it would be rock. I mean, we talked about that. I'm just gonna put that
Because the
out
live
there.
performance, you've got the rock star lead singer who's like whipping around
Yeah,
like
like if
Mick
you-
Jagger,
but-
swinging his guitar all
Yeah,
around.
because
his
technically
body.
it's tied tunes that I know you go on hip hop.
Hey, what up? We got surprises in store on this episode.
So I know that you usually talk about a lot of hip hop, a lot of rap and stuff like that, but
It is-
I'm gonna say rock is the best show.
Yeah.
Glass
Well,
Animals was
I-
amazing live.
Like you and I are talking
Yeah.
about that old Metallica, that Metallica
Oh.
S&M album where they do with the orchestra.
Yeah.
It's tied tunes, but for the most part, I
You're a
have
hip-hop fan.
a lot of knowledge about hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get down with jazz. I can do rock. I can do techno. Like when I
Yeah.
go running, that's all I listen to, man. Because that build, and then the drop,
Yeah.
and you're just like, okay, second wind, here we go, and you
Yeah.
just burst.
Yeah. No,
So,
it is,
it's
it is
cool,
the best
man.
For that.
Well, you bring the unique perspective, and I appreciate you taking the time out on your busy birthday to come and bless the booth, as they say. And hopefully
I
we'll get you on
appreciate you
later.
having me.
Yeah, later.